What's going on, guys? I've been wanting to start doing live streams on YouTube for a while, and I guess today's the day. Today's the day we start. I think I'm not 100% sure what I want these to end up looking like, but I would kind of just love to have people come on here, people who are having a bad day, people who are having a bad moment, and just talk it out. That's what I enjoy doing, and like I said, I've been wanting to do this for a while. Um, but yeah, I think that's kind of what I'm going for. What's up, Sam? I got some gloves for you, bro. How you doing today, Sam? How's everyone's day? If anyone's here, let me know what's going on. How's your day going? I'm doing amazing. You got to tell yourself every day that you're doing good. Feeling good, doing good, being positive is not something just happens out of nowhere. You kind of got to expect it. In case y'all are wondering, I'm watching Joe Rogan. Hello. See, I was unhappy and I was miserable for a very long time because I would always start my day in a negative way. I would always start my day and tell myself, "Oh my God," first thing I would tell myself is usually, "I don't feel like going to work. I don't feel like getting up. This day is gonna suck." And you kind of, if you do that for long enough, you kind of realize that that just kind of sets your day up for failure. So you gotta always start your day with positivity. Even if you wake up and you look around and it doesn't look like it's gonna be a good day, tell yourself it's gonna be a good day, all right? Because that's how you get the positive vibes rolling. Hi, Marissa. You're always here. I love you, Marissa. I'm doing good today. It's a slow day today, work wise, meaning so I was able to do a quick live. I've been wanting to go live for a while, and I've been wanting to kind of do it in a way so that people can come and just tell me what they're going through, and maybe we can talk it through, and maybe I can make you feel a little better. But there really is no reason to be upset. We all have things that happen. We all have things that happen in our lives that you just have zero control over. People pass away. You get hurt, you get this, you get that. Stuff just happens in life that you just can't control, and you just got to try your best to stay positive. You got to try your best to stay positive. It's okay to have a bad day. It's okay to have a bad moment, but always stay hopeful. All right. You never give up. Never give up on yourself. Never give up on the things that you want to do. This life is too short. This life is way too short for that. Some days are easier than others, but the thing is, that's why it's so very important to have a good routine. It's very important to wake up, get exercise every single day, eat healthy every single day, and just do the things that will get you closer to whatever it is that you want to do in life. And whether you're feeling crappy, whether you're feeling whatever, as long as you stick to that routine. On those slow days, obviously, you're not going to feel as motivated. It's not going to be as exciting, but you just keep your head up, right? Because the sunshine always comes out, no matter how dark your days are, no matter how gloomy your days are. Eventually, that sunshine is going to come out and you're going to feel better. That's why I always tell people, don't ever give up. Don't ever make a permanent decision based on some temporary emotion that you're feeling in that moment, in that week. It's going to pass. It's going to pass, and everything always gets better. I've had times in my life where I literally felt like I was in a cave, where I felt depressed, where I felt unhappy. I felt like nothing was ever going to get better. I was never going to be happy again. And you know what? It got better. And I'm happy again. And that's all you got to do. Stay hopeful, man. Too many people make stupid decisions because they're feeling some type of way in that moment, and all you got to do is just let it pass. People always ask me how I stay so positive, and you know what? I probably have more days where I'm not positive than you guys do, but I just don't let it affect me. No matter what's going on, you're alive. And I think that's the biggest blessing, whether you're behind on your bills, whether you don't have money, whether you lost your job, your significant other cheated on you or broke up with you, it's okay. It's going to be okay. We're still alive. We're still here. And as long as you're still here, you're still alive, you're still breathing, you're moving forward, things are going to get better and everything is going to sort itself out. It always does. And a lot of times that's what I keep reminding myself whenever I'm having a bad day. You know what? Tomorrow is going to be better. And you know what? It always works out. It always does. No matter what happens in your life, some things take longer to resolve themselves. Sometimes you're in a rut for a longer period of time, but like I said, things always sort themselves out. All right. So there's never a reason to give up. There's never a reason to give up on your life, to give up on your dreams, on your goals. Just figure out what it is that you love, figure out what it is that you're passionate about, and just keep doing that. Keep doing that till your last breath, and I promise you everything is going to work out. What's going on, guys? I'm glad my videos help you. That's the only reason I'm here. It's the only reason I post these videos. So, how's everybody's day going? What have you guys been up to? Tell me something. Tell me something. I agree. You can never worry about what other people think, Marissa. And I think I've told you that a bunch of times. And I tell people that all the time. I feel like so many of us hold ourselves back because God forbid somebody's gonna make fun of you, somebody's gonna look down on you, somebody's gonna mock you, ridicule you, whatever it is. You gotta stop caring what other people think because it's like I said before, this life is way too short. You gotta do what you wanna do, and it doesn't matter how silly it might seem to someone else. That's none of their business. Okay, this is your life. And if you like making houses out of popsicles, and that's what you're absolutely passionate about, who cares what other people think? Keep making your house out of popsicles. That's the thing. Like, you can only be happy if you allow yourself to live your own life. If you listen to other people, if you take advice from people who aren't living the kind of life that you want to be living, you're just going to end up like them and you're going to end up unhappy. So always do your own thing. Never listen to people. Never, I mean, listen to people. Obviously, if someone is on the same path as you and they have great success, listen to that person. But don't ever listen to someone. If you look at their life and you don't want to live that kind of life, don't take advice from those people, all right? Because they don't know what you want. So you always got to do your own thing. And remember one important thing: if people are making fun of you, if people are talking behind your back, if people are saying you're weird, you're strange, you're different, that's how you know you're on the right track. That's how you know that you're unique. That's how you know that you're going to do something amazing. So just please keep going. You can never let somebody make you feel bad for who you are because that's who you are. And every single one of us was put on this planet with something unique inside of us. And if you don't let that out and you just keep masking it with things that you think other people are going to like, you're never going to be happy. You're never going to be happy, all right? Because the silly things that you enjoy, those are the things that you're meant to be doing. And usually those are the things that are going to lead you to whatever it is that you want in life, all right? So just don't worry about what people say. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Cuddling with your cat, that's a good day. That is a good day. Winnie, you know what? To be completely honest with you, I don't know why I'm alive either. And I don't think that's something that you should even ponder. You should just be happy that you are alive. Because life is so precious. Life is so so very precious and you get this one shot. Like the odds of you being born and being this person that you are right now and having these thoughts is ridiculous how unlikely that is, all right? But you're here. So just make the best of it. The thing that I sometimes keep reminding myself if I start to think, if what I'm doing matters, if any of this even matters. And the thing I remind myself always is we're all going to be gone one day. Like, you don't have to, it's not like we're stuck here for eternity. You're here for such a short period of time, and in a blink of an eye, it's all going to be over. So you might as well have fun. You might as well get rid of all the bullshit that's in your life because none of that, like, if you have people in your life that constantly make you feel like crap, if you have someone living in your household that as soon as you see them in the morning, they just bring your energy down and make you feel like crap, run away. Run away, right? It doesn't matter if it's family, it doesn't matter how long you've known them. Like, you can't let people hold you back, you know? You're never going to be able to become the person you're meant to be if you keep being the person that you've always been. Sometimes you got to make a change. Sometimes you got to surround yourself with better people. Sometimes you got to block people. You got to ignore people. You got to do whatever you got to do to live the life that you want to be living. Because, like I said, you get this one shot, baby. So make it fucking count. Make it count. That's why whenever somebody tells me, I want to kill myself, I want to, why? Why would you do that when we're all going to die anyway? Your time is coming, right? So make the best of it. Make the best of it. And if you must, so many times when I'm in a difficult situation, I'll put on something to make myself laugh because I feel like laughter can flip everything around, and sometimes you can't be so serious. You cannot be so serious. Sometimes you just got to laugh your problems off, go to bed, wake up the next morning and do it all over. Don't take life so seriously because it's very short. So have fun with it. I do not have a Discord channel, but that is not a bad idea. So I will definitely consider that. You should never hide what you love. You should never hide what you love, my friend. You should spread what you love, and if the people around you don't accept that, then that's how you know that those people don't aren't supposed to be around you. It's in my opinion, it's very easy to figure out who's meant to be in your life and who's not meant to be in your life. I've lost in the last 5 years, I've lost, I would say, like 90% of my friends because I just realized that those friendships were meaningless. Those people were either only reaching out to me when they needed something. Those people were either only reaching out to me when they wanted to go out and have fun. There was no sort of support. There was no sort of like, trying to make each other better people, trying to see each other do better things. And I feel like I said, life is too short to have crappy people around you, right? So get that crap out of your life. Surround yourself with positive people. Surround yourself with people who want to see you do good, you know? And trust me, I've been in relationships that sucked. I've been in relationships where I was with a person for 8 years at one point, and sometimes it takes that long for you to realize that this is just not this is just not for me, and sometimes it takes maturing to realize certain things, but you got to do what you got to do, and don't be afraid to make a change. I feel like that's why a lot of people stay in these crappy situations, stay in these crappy relationships because you're afraid to make that move. And yeah, it sucks. Change always sucks. When you break up with someone, it sucks because it's different. When you have to leave a job, it sucks because it's different. But you know what? Change can be that exact thing that you need to get yourself to where you want to be. So don't ever be afraid, to make a change, to remove someone out of your life, to quit a job that's making you miserable. Life is too short. Life is too short to be unhappy, baby. So you gotta do whatever you gotta do. And that's what I did. I figured out what people in my life either gave me a bad vibe or I always had a bad experience with, and I just slowly stopped replying. I stopped, I removed them from my social media. I stopped getting back to them. And sometimes that's what you got to do. Sometimes you just got to start avoiding people and bringing better people into your life. Or you know what? If you can't find better people in your immediate surroundings, a lot of times it's best to just be alone. And that's what I did for a long time when I broke up with, what was it, my last? I think when I ended my last relationship, I was basically for 2.5 years, I was just alone. I was working. I was not very happy. I guess you can say I was probably depressed, but I feel like sometimes that's what you need. You need to just be alone because when you're alone, that's when you figure out who you really are. That's when you figure out what you actually enjoy. And that's what got me to where I am now. I had this terrible thing happen to me. I spent 2 years alone, just basically being unhappy, but I was never in that state of mind where I was gonna give up. It was always, what can I do to get myself out of this? What do I need to do to become the person I want to be? And Sometimes loneliness is the thing that gives you that spark, you know? That's why whenever people tell me, "Oh my god, I'm so sad, I'm so depressed because I'm lonely," being lonely is not a reason to be unhappy, it's not a reason to be depressed, it's a reason. Being lonely gives you the opportunity to build, to grow, to figure out what you wanna do, to figure out who you wanna have around you, you know? So don't be afraid to be alone. Do not be afraid to be alone. You do your best work when you're alone, you know? I love you too, Anna. You just gotta keep moving forward, man. You gotta keep moving forward. How do you live a happy life? You stay busy. You know, we as human beings are not meant to be sedentary. You know, our bodies are not meant to sit on a couch for 6 to 7 hours a day. So I always tell people stay busy. I'm having a good day when I'm having a busy day. When I'm having a day, honestly, Sundays are usually my days where I decide to just lay around and relax and not do anything. And to be completely honest with you, Sundays are usually the days where I'm the most unhappy. It's because I'm not doing anything. Like you have to keep your mind occupied. You have to keep your body occupied. You can't just be sedentary, you know? You got to do things to keep yourself moving, keep your body moving, keep your, you know, that's why I always tell people stay fit. The first thing I did when I was in that unhappy place in my life, the first thing I did was I decided to get in shape. And that's honestly the thing that gave me my confidence, that gave me my energy, that gave me the energy to, you know, to search for what exactly I wanted to do. So, stay busy. Stay busy. That's another very important thing. Relaxing Relaxing is good for you, but relaxing for extended periods of time is very, very bad for you, especially for your mental health. All right. So stay busy and stay busy with positive things. Stay busy with things that you love, things that you enjoy. That's a very important thing. You know, if you're just staying busy because you're going to work and you're working some crappy job that you don't necessarily enjoy, that's not going to make you happy. You have to keep yourself busy. And I know I have to go to work. I have a job. I'm not, you know, I have a job that I don't necessarily like, and that's one of the reasons I do what I do on social media, is to keep myself busy, to keep myself busy with the things that I enjoy. You know, if you just play that same kind of routine that we, especially in the Western world, you know, have become accustomed to, where you just wake up in the morning, brush your teeth, go to work, come home, eat, watch TV, go to sleep, wake up, go to work. That's gonna make you unhappy. That's gonna make you extremely unhappy. So you gotta keep yourself busy, and especially if you have things that you want to accomplish, use all your free time to work on that. I know a lot of you might have kids, you might have this. Still, I know you can find an hour, 2 hours, maybe even 3 hours in a day if you stay up a little later to work on something that you love, to work on something that you're passionate about. And that's what keeps you happy. That's what keeps you motivated. That's what keeps you feeling fulfilled because you're working on something, you know, you're creating something. And I feel like we as human beings were meant to do that, you know. Being alone does build strength. How do you move on from being in a narcissistic, or, you know, I would say just bad relationship? Um, you know, I think becoming the best version of yourself is the solution to a lot of our problems. You know, my previous relationship before I got married was not a very good relationship. There was a lot of fighting involved, there was a lot of alcohol involved, there was a lot of, you know, it was just not a good relationship, you know, and I feel like the one thing I kept repeating to myself once it was over is I'm gonna show you what you missed out on. I'm gonna become so amazing. I'm gonna become so great. I'm gonna make you regret that you ever look down on me, that you ever, and I feel like you can never let yourself feel bad. I feel like that's what a lot of people tend to do. Somebody breaks up with them, and you instantly blame yourself. What could I have done? What did I do? Maybe I did something to cause this. You didn't do anything. If a relationship ends, you just weren't meant to be together, and that's okay. That's okay. There's billions of people out there, and I promise you, if you just focus on yourself, if you do the things that you love, you're going to attract that perfect person. You know, that's that's I think one of the best ways to, everybody wants to be in a relationship. We all want that person, somebody to connect with, somebody to love, somebody to blah blah blah. But I think looking for that person is the worst way to find that person. My wife has been telling me a while now that she's very um just like in awe of some of her friends, because all they're doing is looking for their man. They're looking for a man. They're at the club, they're looking for a man. They're at the bar looking for a man. Like, you can't. I promise you that if you look for a significant other in that way, you are almost guaranteed to find the wrong person. All right. The best way to find someone is just focus on yourself. Once you start doing the things that you love doing, you're going to start surrounding yourself with people who also enjoy doing the things that you love doing. And that's how you're going to find the person that you're going to be most compatible with. All right. That's why I posted that post today. I posted on Instagram was focus on who you're meant to be, not who you're meant to be with. I feel like a lot of us will literally waste our entire lives trying to find that right person. That's not a way to do it. If you try to find that right person, chances are you're probably never going to find them, you know? Obviously, it happens. Obviously, there's people. My parents met at a bar, it happens, but times were a lot different back then, you know? I feel like nowadays, it's not a good thing to look for your significant other at a bar or at a club or at places where people generally tend to go to relieve stress, to get drunk and forget about what, that's not a good. People who are at clubs and at bars don't have the right energy to be meeting people and falling in love, and because you're there to act stupid most of the time. Again, these are just my opinions. You guys might have different opinions, but I always say don't look for your significant other, instead attract them. That's the best way to do it. But yeah. Stop looking. Stop looking. That's generally, if you want anything in life, it's always better to attract it than to go after it. I watch a lot of very successful people who have a lot of money talk about, like how they got to that place. And a lot of very successful people will tell you that if all that's on your mind is money and you're just chasing money and you just want, you're probably never going to get it. It's always better to devote yourself to something that you love, and that will generally, if you love it and you're passionate about it and you devote your time and energy into it, will bring that money to you. It's always better to attract something than to try to get it, because chances are it's going to be a lot harder if you're not doing something that you love. Things are always easier when you're doing something that you love. Ooh, that's nice. This is actually my first time doing a live on YouTube, believe it or not. I went live on Instagram for maybe 2 years, and then I stopped. And don't ask me why, because I regret stopping. Because I love doing lives. I just guess life got kind of busy, and but I'm back. I'm back, and I'm gonna try to go live on YouTube like 2, 3 times a week. I'm not promising anything. I'm gonna see how it goes, but that's my goal. That's what I'm kind of trying to do. And mainly because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy going on live. I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy meeting new people. I enjoy trying my best to show you the brighter side of things, because there's always a brighter side to things. Yay. Thank you for being here, Winnie. You the best. Who am I? I'm just another dude, man. That's all I am. Anybody else watch Joe Rogan? This is like my favorite. This is like my favorite shit right here. 50% of Joe Rogan's views come from my apartment because this thing is on all day. I'm bringing y'all to the kitchen with me. Just gonna ignore that last question because I don't think I'm qualified to answer that. I think the funniest thing about this particular live is that I'm still on the clock at my job, so I'm technically getting paid for this. It's not bad at all. Don't tell anyone, no, don't tell. Yes, I actually am going to start saving these lives and then posting them. So it's another part of the plan that I failed to mention, I guess. I would also, I've always been very intrigued in doing lives with other people. So I would eventually, I think, like to eventually get other people on here to talk because I love talking to people, and I think that would make for a more interesting live, you know. So, what's my job? I work in real estate, and I basically manage the the maintenance in the building in the apartment complex. That's my job. it's not very fun. But you gotta do what you gotta do. That's why, like I said, all the free time you get, baby, all the free time you get, you gotta work on you. You gotta work on your projects. You gotta work on your goals. You gotta work on whatever it is that you want to get out of this life, man. Time is so precious. Time is so very precious, man. Don't waste it. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna end this. In the future, I honestly just went live right now as a test. I didn't think anybody would be here, but in the future, I'm gonna do at least a minimum of an hour. Every time I go live. Um, I'm gonna try to on Sundays because on Sundays I'm usually home alone. If you've been listening, that's usually my chill out day. So on Sundays I might do a bit of a longer, like maybe 2 hours. I'll do a quick live stream, but look out for them in the future. I'm gonna start doing them more often. Whoever was here, Marissa, Winnie, Rian, all you guys, I love all you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. Thank you for chatting with me. And I'll see you again soon.